Mother or LÄMP, give us your wisdom. Greetings, my fellow geeks and kaiju fans alike. It is your one and only cosmic being, CyberKnight-Miky. And today's topic, we're gonna take a look at Hiya Toys Monsterverse Mothra, the exquisite basic version. And before we're gonna take a look at the overall figure, make sure that you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You have no other choice. Just do it. Also hit the notification bell button. It will be grateful. I also have a Patreon where you can also support me there. It's only $1. Feel free if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want. And follow my other social media that I have right here. Anyway, let's get these figures out of the way and take a look at Mothra. Yeah. Undo this kind of stuff pre-recorded because I don't have time to edit. First, we gotta take a look at the overall box, which has an amazing imagery of Hiya Toys Mothra. It's the standard Monsterverse King of the Monsters poster, spec, yada yada. Now, just as I'm just gonna point out the overall accessories. She comes exactly what the Hiya Toys Rodan usually have, which is our yeah, I'll talk about that later, but she comes with these H-type stand connectors, which you can plug into other Hiya Toy stands, such as Rodan, and now you can literally recreate the moment where both of them fight. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna display them because the overall stands are fucking useless. I'm just gonna go over the overall criticism of this overall figure is that while I do appreciate this clip here, which is pretty much smaller and can hold her in theory, but you need to balance on her or else she will, well, not stick into it. But also, these stands are non-adjustable. I mean, they don't have any screw holes, which I know some people may think it's good, but trust me, it's not. They will break before you can even fix them. At least with Bandai Tamashii Nation, you can literally adjust or customize your stands if your own personal need. You can literally either have 2, 1, or 3. It doesn't matter. It has screw holes. You can literally take them apart and literally customize them if you choose to. And of course, you can tighten them if you want, or loosen them if you want, as long as you don't break them. And of course, just as stands, you need to take the base here and then move, and don't just bring it up and move up and down, or else you will crack them because they are transparent. And just like so, I mean, I literally super glue them, but these are like a great example. And for example, here we have, well, yeah, this is the reason why I don't like the stand, is that they can be loose, and if I see a little bit, hold on, there should be a cracks somewhere. Oh, yep, there we have. Come on, focus. Focus. If you see here, there is a crack, and there's no possibility of fixing it. Even this base, you can see the cracks happening. It's because you are literally moving it in the base here, and this will lead this piece, this bottom piece, literally cracking because you're supposed to move them this bases and not over here, or else you'll literally break it before you can even have it displayed. So that sucks. And considering there's no screw holes and it's just pinned instead of just, well, adjustable screws that you can take apart and put them back together, that sucks. But thankfully I'm not gonna use Hiya Toys Rodan stands anymore because I have this perfect stand, which is literally a non-adjustable flight-based stand, not included, and it's actually quite cheap. It's like 10 or 15 or 20 bucks. Also available at Gundam. Also, I'm not sponsored by them, but I literally want to shout them out. They are literally available in other Hiya Toys goodies. Anyway, let's move those bastards out of the way and let's take a look at Mothra. Of all the Monsterverse kaijus that literally is from King of the Monsters, or literally from Hiya Toys, this has to be my favorite Hiya Toys figure that I literally own. You can literally see the white highlights around the eye and the nice blue metallic paint apps that she has. And you can see that they literally have amount of care and detail literally put the paint on. And of course her little antennas is also painted, and granted they are not adjustable, but if they were, they would pretty much break easily. But and of course they are literally standard gray, but in the movie she was literally having some light of orange, but in the movie it is not noticeable because she spends most of the time in the dark. But what is the most impressive thing is the wings, which is a combination of the overall NECA and of course the other poster version with the blue highlights, with the articulation of s.h.monsterarts. And this is a combination done right. The overall wingspan is so impressive, and of course the amount of articulation there is. And of course, when you shake her, they don't even fall. And I had the NECA and it fell instantly. I don't know what they were doing, but when I had NECA, I was not impressed. I know people say that it was their favorite, but for me, I gotta be honest, looks-wise, it was pretty impressive, but overall articulation, it was disappointing. And given they were also having false advertising with the lava, I was so disappointed. And for s.h.monsterarts, well, I knew what I was getting, and I knew my overall thoughts. Yes, she was kind of, yes, brown and orange, but to be frank, I can literally customize it, and literally did. Well, I don't have her anymore because I sold her, but either way, I'm just gonna say, they did an amazing job. But I will say one thing is that what is unfortunate is that when you're moving the wings and overall, you will ship the paint, and it's no guarantee that you will pretty much prevent such things. It is literally a thing with figures that they will ship over time, and there's no stopping it. Trust me, I have experienced such things. But with this, I know that the overall basis of the wing is literally impressive. And let's see if I can find... Yes, I have my lamp and boom! Yes, this wing is transparent. Now that is an impressive. And so is that. But also one thing I kind of noticed is that these wings also kind of block the articulation, which, granted, I do wish that it was also on the ball joint, but given the overall size, I kind of guess why. And here's the thing that is also, they didn't include the bending wire. I mean, I guess I know the reason for Rodan because it's fake, but Mothra, I wouldn't have any problem with bending wire with Mothra. I mean, this plastic is thin enough to, well, okay, I can see the problem, but really? I mean, I would see a lot of good potential with having bending wire wings for Mothra, but yeah, that's a shock, but understandable. I mean, I wouldn't say I would be disappointed overall. I mean, that's actually pretty self-explanatory. I mean, that's literally reasonable. I mean, both of the NECA and MÖTHER didn't have bending wire on their wings, so I'm not really complaining. I'm just, well, kind of shocked that they kind of skipped on this one. But then again, the bending wire for Rodan it's not the if, it's when it will literally pop out from the plastic. But ranting aside, the articulation for her is that the wings can move outward and inward, and it can also rotate because it's on a mushroom peg or something like that. But you can literally do the overall pose where her wings are resting. But for this, you literally need to bring them up, down, and literally do that. But I would not recommend it because otherwise you will well, destroy the figures. I would recommend if you do this instead. But just like the high wings, the lower wings, and of course they can be loosened over time, but it's not something that is quite nitpicky. It is literally reasonable. I mean, if it was too tight, it would break the figure even more. And I do not have patience to fix things right now. But yeah, just like the big wings, the smaller wings can also flap up and down. No head articulation, which is understandable. The arms are kind of on a, well, I don't know, but yep, they are on a ball joint. It's just the overall articulation feels like a swivel, but it is actually on a ball joint, and I can see when I bend it a little bit, but I'm not gonna pop it up just to demonstrate because I don't want to make it. But I do know that the titty arms are on a ball joint. Yeah, as you call it, titty arms. Fight me, Twitter. But yeah, they're on a ball joint just like s.h.monsterarts, and just like the s.h.monsterarts, she has a app crunch which is on the ball joint, and that's pretty rad. And pretty neat. And of course we have, well, I can also say ball jointed legs. Just like the s.h.monsterarts, but better painted and with, well, higher neck kind of articulation with the wings, but with also a swivel. So yeah, pretty neat. This is just impressive. And also one thing to note is that when you're trying to plug this in, it is quite tight. So grabbing the base and the overall, well, clip is just twist it carefully. Don't force it in or you will break it. And just twist it gently. So, but right now I'm just gonna plug it here because I want it a little bit smaller. There we go. And then just have the bases here, which, let's see if this works. Does this work? Yeah, I think it works actually. Does it? Does it? Does it? Does it? I don't know. Hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. Yep, that works. Okay, if you want to display her, have the stand shorter and of course have the clip on the back. That's what I would recommend if you want to display her like so. Size comparison, here we have her next to her Hiya Toys counterpart, the Hiya Toys Rodan. Body wise, Rodan is bigger, and the wingspan is almost identical, just Rodan's is a little bit tad longer, with a few centimeters a bit longer. But it's impressive that Mothra is that, long. And what's a queen without a king? Here we have her next to s.h.monsterarts Godzilla vs. Kong version of Godzilla. And yes, I have already pre-ordered the King of the Monsters Hiya Toys Godzilla. And of course the Godzilla vs. Kong, Atomic Blast version. And I'm so hyped to get them. So, in conclusion, Hiya Toys Mothra is an absolutely fantastic figure, and I highly recommend it if you pick her up. And as always, just make sure that she's available at Big Bad Toy Store, because she sells out real quick, just like her other Hiya Toys counterparts from the Monsterverse line. And of course, considering we're getting later on the upcoming King Ghidorah, which he will sell out real fast, and the upcoming Skullcrawler, and boy am I excited. And yeah, well, I did have a little bit of a nitpick with Hiya Toys' consistency of stocks, considering they kind of never restocked them, but considering they're doing it now, it pleases me a little bit. I'm not gonna say I hate that I'm literally gonna abandon s.h.monsterarts. Far from it, I'm still gonna collect them. It's just that when they're considering it's the Monsterverse line, yeah, Hiya Toys takes the cake. And considering they can pretty much combine both NECA and s.h.monsterarts into a singular being, makes this package even better. Would I have liked if they included a larva and a cocoon just to kind of accept the overall price? Well, yeah, I mean, this is literally the same price as the other releases. I mean, $50 for this, and she's not even bigger than Rodan, and Rodan is like enormous, and he costs 50, and she costs 50. That's a little bit extreme. I would have liked that they actually included like a cocoon or a larva to actually accept the overall price. But either way, I'm still happy that I actually got her, and if you're lucky that she's available, well, go grab her real quick, because just like stated before, they sell out real fast. That was Hiya Toys Mothra. Thank you all so much for watching, and apologies for my rambling. I'm a little bit sniffly sniff, kind of a little bit sick, but not too sick. But my voice kind of sounds a little bit sick. So apologies for the audio kind of sounding a little bit weird, but hey, it will go over a little soon. But either way, if you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and of course like the video, please, if you want to see more of this kind of content. And of course, like always, if you want to support me even further, I have a Patreon. It's only $1 and it's completely up to you if you want to support me or not. It'll be fun if you don't feel like that, and it's totally reasonable. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and wasting your time. Have a great day, everybody, and as always, only time will tell what I'm about to do next. Until then, I'll see you all next time.